Hey y'all, welcome back to Cajun Country Livin.
Today we're going to get back started into this guest bathroom. Lydia got in here and did an outstanding job on these floor tile. It looks great. And that gave us even more motivation to keep pushing ahead and get some more of these things done.
So today we are going to be focusing on the ceiling that we have not had, and we've been in the house now for what? Like
2 years?
Going on, only like a year and a half.
Yeah, it's
only
getting close.
So today we are going to be working with a bare ceiling. All that we got up there is floor joists right now, so we are going to have to do a little bit of work before we can start putting the ceiling in. And what goes with the ceiling? What else do we put in?
So we're going to be putting in something we've never done before, big shocker, is shiplap on the ceiling. But we do have a exhaust vent fan to put in. This vent fan has also heat and light, and there's a few little components that's got to go into this shiplap. I really think it's going to be good in this space. I mean, I really do. And we're not going to have to strip it. We're not going to have to put drywall up there. And we're going to have this state-of-the-art space-age fart sucker up here. I'm pretty stoked about that. Never had one of those before. How cool.
Like Jim said, we're not really going to have to do any pre-work at all putting the ceiling in here. And so maybe that's why we decided that we like it so much now, because we didn't have to do any prep work for it.
Now, we also haven't put one piece in yet, so we'll be checking back in shortly, to see if we still like it in the next 30 minutes or an hour.
Hopefully we do, because...
yeah, that's what we bought, so we're going to have to make that work.
If I'm not mistaken, is this one of our last shop lights that we have up in the house?
Yeah, I think so. Don't know where that went.
Okay. Being that this is the only light in the bathroom, I think we're going to try to set it up on top of these ceiling joists and use it for now.
Okay.
All right. Back in business.
Way better than nothing. Now, the first thing we're going to do is be putting in this ceiling exhaust fan. And we're going to be putting in, it's called a Newtone. That's the name brand of it. And our good friend, Mr. Jerry, is the one that recommended this for us because the parts are readily available. And that's what he was telling us. It's easier to change a part than the whole unit. So we're going to go with this, and we really like the way it looks. I think it's going to be nice up against that shiplap. We already have the wires in place, so it should be pretty straightforward.
Gentle. Softer.
It's all the way I can do it. Super gentle.
Whenever we put this tub in here, I asked y'all if anybody could find the matching set for the drain for this gold color. And y'all were so kind and sent, oh my gosh, Jim Wayne, how many options? Hundreds,
it was a lot.
No joke, hundreds we looked through of different kinds that y'all had sent over trying to find the match to this set. We never could find that exact color. So I do think I'm going to end up changing these out and get a drain that probably just leave this drain, or probably just leave it for now. But in case y'all see that, I never did find that drain. Wait. You don't want to take the wiggle car for a spin?
I think I exceed its weight rating. Not real sure.
You need me to move it for you?
No. We have to get some work done. You have way too much fun on that little car.
We have a little bit of time, don't we? Today's December 26th. How long do you want to keep the Christmas tree up?
I think till New Year's Day.
New Year's Day? Really?
I think so.
When do y'all take yours down? I'm really curious.
It just seems like the natural progression, Put it up, keep it up. It looks good. It's nice. It's pretty. Reminds you of the holidays. After the first gets here, the holidays is over. So is the tree. Good flow for me. Hey, y'all. And I was going to tell you, if y'all notice that we both don't sound the best, some kind of crazy sickness went through this house, and I thought I was the only one that got spared. But it jumped on me with a vengeance. I'm not sure what it was. I don't know what I got. It could be parvo. I don't know. I could have come down with a rickets. Who knows? It ended up leaving me with a bad left eye and a weak esophagus. I don't know what happened.
There's only one person in this house that didn't get it. And that, my friends, was our little fella right here. Didn't get sick, did you? We've had our little squirrel here on the Christmas tree for a while now, and some people kind of think we're a little squirrely or maybe a little nuts to have him on there, but you know.
Well, I think the first thing that we should do is probably flip it
The right side.
how it's supposed to go.
That might be helpful.
I'm going to blame that on the flu or whatever that is we had.
So this board is going to be the thickness of our shiplap. So we definitely want this to come down a little bit more. Right there. Perfect.
This one good to go?
Sure. Love it. Love it.
Oh my God.
Well, that was the one that I could find the quickest.
The times you've done that to me, I should be expecting that by now.
Okay, if you're trying to center with the toilet, I think it needs to go south just a little bit.
South? How's that?
A little more.
Okay, how's that? Am I getting
That
warmer?
looks good. That looks really good. I
Perfect.
don't think I'd move it anymore. The next thing that we need to really get done before we can put the shiplap up is to build a little landing to put up here. We ended up putting this up here for the drywall blocking, but we ended up putting it too far into the utility room, which is the room right next door. So Jim's gonna rip a 2x4 and put it on here. That way we have something to shoot our shiplap up there too. We definitely don't want that falling down.
All right. We're going to be brad nailing these shiplap boards up, and just for a little added insurance, Lydia's putting some liquid nail, some construction adhesive up there on the ceiling joist. That way, whenever it sets up, we'll have a little bit of more than just a brad nail holding these boards up.
now that we got to the point that we have made it to our, as Jim calls it, our fart sucker. I cannot believe I'm calling it that. We're going to have to do a cutout on this first board, and then the other ones we can just cut around.
We have made it over halfway on this ceiling with the shiplap so far. We stopped long enough to wire in our ceiling exhaust fan / heater
/ fart sucker.
It's just something about being in the bathroom. It just brings all this terminology out. Like today, I still don't feel good. I feel like a crap sandwich with no bread. We really got to stop. So anyway, we took advantage of having the open space in the ceiling to be able to get to the wiring without having to climb in through the attic on top of the ceiling joists, and it was just a lot easier to do it off the ladder.
Luckily, it did have some really, really clear instructions that even I think Laz could have figured it out.
Oh, it was straightforward. That was super easy.
Today we're going to hit it again. We're going to get this ceiling finished up, and we did run into a slight little issue that I didn't really expect.
Actually, we ran into two issues. It is time to put the lights in, so again, we can wire them off of the ladder instead of crawling in. But in my infinite wisdom, somehow, now these all came out of the same bin at the big box store, bought all these boards at the same time. Well, sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And there were two different brands of these boards. Well, they're a different thickness. And the shiplap, they're not really tongue and groove, but the lapping part, the overlap and the undergroove.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Overlap and undergroove.
Yeah, whatever that thing is
Wait,
different.
It's not the overlap that's different. It's the undergroove that's different.
And the thickness. We're learning so much.
Overlap, undergroove, thickness
is
different.
I don't really know what the answer is to make sure that if you buy these shiplap boards, I guess make sure you buy all the same name brand because they're milled a little bit differently. But I was able to go back to another store and I got some more that is really, really close. The guy at the store told me that they run into this issue a lot with the shiplap boards. So he did end up now with the right thickness, but the tongue and groove, lap, under whatever that thing is a little bit different. So I'm probably going to have to shave the first one off with the table saw or something to get them all to fall out right. And from there, it should be good.
The worker also did tell us that to avoid this problem, we should have probably used just regular wood, and that wouldn't have been such an issue. But we didn't know, and now we know for the future.
Learning as we go.
And now y'all know. Make sure whenever you go to do this to buy from the same company, and hopefully it'll all come from the same batch as well.
And make sure that when you go to buy them, they have enough of what you need of the same company. Because I'm telling you, it is a headache.
Right now, Jim's trying to figure out where we want these lights to exactly lay out. And if y'all remember, we put these lights in the kitchen a long time ago, and they had this night light that goes around the rim, but unfortunately, the brand was discontinued. So we did find this brand, I believe it's called Amico. I'll put it here on the screen, but we did find this brand on Uncle Amazon. It comes with a 6-inch round cutter, which is always a nice perk. So we'll just be able to trace this wherever we decide to put our lights at. But it does have the night light version as well. We've been going back and forth on how many lights we wanted to put in here, and I think we're gonna go ahead and just do 2 for now. Our kitchen looks currently like a, I don't know, airplane runway, so we didn't really want that as much in the bathroom.
Yeah, we did not want to make that mistake again, like she said, because you can get in there in the morning and turn all 12 of those lights on, make an omelet, and you'll end up with a tan before you're done.
You could perform serious surgery.
Oh, it is. We have to keep them turned way, way down just to not have to wear glasses in there. It's ridiculous how bright it is.
Now, we do like it being bright, I will say that, but sometimes it's a little bright. I'm glad that we have that night light feature. So this also has that night light feature, like I said, and we're gonna be putting 2 of these in. And the good thing about this stuff is we can always go back in and just put 2 more if we need them. So we're gonna start with these and go from there.
So there is a lot to take into consideration when we're trying to figure out where to put these lights. Nothing in this room, oddly enough, is centered. The doorway is the only thing that's centered. The toilet is off centered just a hair. The alligator in the floor is centered with the toilet. Now, if we centered the lights with the room, then it would off center this ceiling exhaust fan. So we're thinking that it's not really a good option for anything at this point in time as to where to put them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get in the center of this exhaust fan. We're gonna pull over 2 feet, just like this, put a mark and cut these holes out, and that's what we're gonna start out with. And like Lydia said, if we need to add some in later on, it shouldn't be an issue. We can just daisy chain right onto these and continue out.
lights are in, and now we just got to finish up the ceiling. We're hoping that this new batch that we got the last time that we went to Lowe's is not off too far where we have to sand that down or router it or whatever we decide to do with it.